it's Spence, the evil genius, from Winter Laboratory with your lab secrets tip of the day. Have you ever heard the old joke about a patient walks into the evil genius's office and says, "Evil genius, my website hurts when I go like this"? Nah, that's an old one. Listen, today I'm going to show you what to do if your website is hurting on the styling. We've shown you a bunch of tools in our Lab Secrets Toolkit before, but today I'm going to introduce you to what to do if you need to take a look deep inside of your website. The two tools I want to show you are called X-ray and MRI, and they're brought to you by a company called West CIV, and this is their page right over here, and they are really a handy addition to the toolkit we've already shown you in addition to Firebug. Let me give you a use case and show you how clever it can be when you have the necessary tools to look deep inside of your website. Now, let's say I've got my layout here and I'm not happy with the look and feel of something and I just don't know why. I need to know exactly what the width and the height and the other attributes are, and I want to do it in a way that's more visual than simply going ahead and using Firebug. And the other use case is, what if I want to search out a particular type of page element or attribute? I can use that too. Let's start with the first one. Let's take an X-ray of the labsecrets.com website. I've gone ahead and at the West CIV site, you can take X-ray and MRI for free and you drag them up to your toolbar. In this case, I put the toolbar on the left-hand side to make it easier for the video. And those are like any other quick toolbars. They activate the particular application over the top of your website when you need to use it. So let's go ahead and turn on the X-ray machine. Here we go. We get a nice little dialog that we can put in the corner. Now, the fun part. Let's figure out, I don't know, let's click an X-ray on the middle page here. And I can see, all right, look, I've got the height is 290, the width is 588. I've also seen where it is in the hierarchy of my page. And I can see what the positioning, the border, the margin, and the padding all are. I also see that it's the element called divide and the ID if it has one. In this case, it also has a class called post. Now, let's say, for example, I wanted to go ahead and use this with Firebug. How would I do that? Well, if I wanted to make this section narrower, let's say, than 588, now that I've identified what the width is, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the X-ray machine. I'm going to right-click on the same space and turn on Firebug. And just like magic, as I've showed you before, when I move my mouse up, I can highlight the area until I found the exact right one right there in blue that I need to modify. And as you can see, looped slider container, and I can see the width is 640. Now we can go ahead and use the up and down arrows, in this case the down arrows. Let's say I want to make that a little narrower. Now this is just by way of example, of course, because this looks ridiculous when it's 500 and something pixels wide. But what you can see is how these two tools complement each other. First, I X-ray the page, move that over, find out the width. Then I go ahead and turn off the X-ray machine and apply the test application or procedure or medicine, if you will. And once I like that, I can then copy that modification, grab that, and put it into my style sheet as a permanent fix. Couldn't be any easier. Okay, next tool in our medical toolkit here is the MRI machine. Let's click on that. What does this do? This lets us find stuff across the page. What do I mean? Well, what if I wanted to find all the H3 tags? Type in H3. Well, that's good for video. There we go. Type in H3. And look, it highlights anywhere on the page that has an H3 tag. It happens to only be one of them. What if I want to find the H1 tag? Click in the H1. It will search that out as well. Now let's try another one here, something more common like a paragraph tag. Aha, we've got a lot of paragraph tags. What if I want to find the divides? Click on that, it highlights the divides. Basically, the MRI takes a deep look in and allows you to find any element that you might put into the search box. It's like a Google search for navigating your page's CSS. Really, really handy if, for example, you had a unique divide or a unique paragraph or a class, something that you wanted to find multiple instances of across your page. And again, once you found that, which is really handy, you can go ahead and use that in combination with the X-ray machine or the very well-known and very well-used Firebug. This has been your Lab Secrets CSS tip of the day from Spence at labsecrets.com.